no barrier to entry, a whole lot more content being put out in the digital space.
Yeah.
And I think it really creates, I wouldn't say a dilemma, but it does put the pressure on for the creator to figure out, how do I differentiate myself in the marketplace? And what am I here to do in the digital space? How do I carve out an area for myself so that it's not competition and I'm really here and finding the people who I'm really looking to attract?
Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to Digital Storytellers Academy. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Hey, if this is your first time checking out our channel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit the bell so you don't miss any of these videos. We are adding value to you in the media space so that you can be the best digital storyteller there is. So first and foremost, my name is Jewett Payne, and I'm here with my brother,
Bakari Kamal. What's up, everybody?
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a good one, another hot topic. I feel like all our videos are hot topics, so but this is a hot topic. Okay, cool. So, where is the digital space going? That is the question. Where are we headed? More specifically, what is the future of it, and where is content creation specifically headed? I don't know, man. Like in the media space, it just continues to change so rapidly nowadays, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I want us to break this down. So the point first I want to ask you is, what's changing in content creation? What do you see changing?
Woo. It's so much changing, but I think first and foremost, it's just there's like no barrier to entry, right? Everyone has a phone.
Yeah.
So everybody has the ability to create. Everybody has the ability to speak, record, post to social media platforms. So there's no barrier to entry as long as you have a cell phone. So that's the first thing that's, changed. But I think AI and the technology that AI continues to put out has really changed the game. From, doing AI integrated with Canva, being able to create so many posts at once and use AI to help curate your designs for your graphics. AI integrated, of course, ChatGPT and being a thought partner in creating your content. AI integrated with editing softwares. And now you can take a long form video and break it down into short form. And you could do that in a matter of seconds. So I think, of course, technology and AI being integrated with all of these new, these platforms is changing the game. And it's creating a influx in content. Right. And so there's more and more and more and more content being posted every day. And it's not slowing down anytime soon. It's actually just continuing to increase. And so I think, when we look at what's changing, that's one of the huge things that's changing is no barrier to entry, a whole lot more content being put out in the digital space. And I think it really creates, I wouldn't say a dilemma, but it does put the pressure on for the creator to figure out, how do I differentiate myself in the marketplace? And, what am I here to do in the digital space? And how do I carve out an area for myself so that it's not competition and I'm really here and finding the people who I'm really looking to attract?
That is the question. That is the question. That's good.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that the first thing you started speaking of was AI.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? Because that is such a hot topic nowadays, because you're understanding the trajectory of where things are going. And I think a lot of creatives need to make sure that we are understanding that, because, new things will come out over the years and there'll be a lot of people who be like, oh, I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to get to that. And then it becomes a norm. So you can go all the way back to, man, it's crazy. It's only been about 200 years, agriculture age, right? Then we went to industrial. Then we got technology. And then we have digital, information age, all these different things, and social media and all the AI and everything. And it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter how fast everything is shifting to the new age type of thing, each different type of, realm that we're in as it relates to how we connect with individuals, right? So with that, at this pace, you do want to start taking advantage and understanding AI. Now, with that, a lot of people will, be skeptical. It's good to be skeptical. With everything, be skeptical, but don't just stop there.
Yeah.
It's good to be skeptical and then kind of just dive in and be like, let me check it out and really do the research. I always go back to the research because Google is AI. Google was AI from the beginning. Google's been out for 25 years now or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So with that, I don't know if there were some people I wasn't. We had Ask Jeeves before that. I don't know if you remember that. But we had Ask Jeeves, Then Google came down and took over. But with that, it's already thinking for you and populating like, oh, where are you trying to search for? And it'll bring up all the search results as it relates to that. Now, for some people, that could have been like, oh, it freaks me out or whatever. Yeah. But now it's a norm. Same thing with the AI. Nothing is inherently, most things are not inherently good or bad. It's just how you take advantage of it or use it, right? So a lot of these tools I feel like are really good even for the kingdom. A lot of these technological advances that we have today are really good for the ministry and mission that we could do. I remember Israel Houghton said in one of his songs, the disciples only wish that they had the internet and cell phones and everything so that they could reach the world at a bigger capacity. He did a lot of things on foot and all this and everything. Yeah. But as everything advances, we keep up with those specific things. Yes, so, so that's one way that technology and content creation has been changing. And yes, like you said, we want to be able to be in that space to see how we can utilize those. Yeah. But what differentiates us is, again, each person is unique. Yeah. You never have to be concerned with, man, where am I going to fit in here? You just utilize the tools that we've been given, be yourself, who's your target, cater to them, and then it'll begin to grow. Yeah. It'll begin to grow. So, yeah. No, that's awesome. Let's talk about, when it comes to the future, what are your thoughts on short form versus long form content? Is long form content dead? What are your thoughts on that as it pertains to where we're moving to in the future? That's a good question. That is a good question because we go to attention span. Let's talk about attention span. Let's be real. I don't know. I feel like our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and that's why we have YouTube Shorts, and that's why we have these Reels. Even when you try to post a reel, they've increased it a bit. But I remember when TikTok first came out, it was like 1 minute. Then it went to like 3 minutes, 5, 10. And it may just be, you can keep going at this point. I don't know. YouTube Shorts when it first came out, it was 1 minute. And I think they bumped it down to 3 minutes. So they're enhancing it a little bit, but we are seeing that people really prefer short term now, or short form rather. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that long form videos are dead, because there are individuals such as myself. I love a good educational, solid video. If individuals are driving to work or driving from work, the whole kind of podcasting and just learning all these different things. We have Audible reads and stuff and all these different things people still enjoy. So you want to be able to be in both spaces as much as possible. Yeah. Especially on YouTube. Have your long form, such as this video. You guys are watching. Thank you. But then we do also see in the shorts, that's something that they really want as well. So much so that the algorithm is more so focusing on those specifically. Yeah. They're saying, you want to make sure you're making more reels than anything. If you only focus on long form, you may not have as much engagement. But if you only focus on the short form, you may not have as much engagement as well too, because the algorithm wants to see how consistently you're posting those other videos as well. So you just want to be in both spaces. Yeah. To cater, everyone thinks differently. Yeah. So as much of an audience you can reach, No, I think that's powerful. I think you hit the nail on the head. For the future of content creation, I think you have to be in both spaces. Obviously, even when you just look at the younger generation, like that, of course, they're doing a lot of short form content, TikTok, looking through, but at the same time, when people find a good platform that they want to listen to, that they're engaged in, they will watch an hour-long podcast, visual podcast, or they'll watch 20, 30-minute vlog from their favorite, content creator on YouTube. So I think it's just a matter of, showing up in both spaces, to your point, because both spaces add value in different ways. Exactly. Right? If you're just doing the mindless scroll thing, then of course you're going to be on short form.
And I think the best content creators will figure out a way to grab the attention from short form and redirect people back to longer form pieces of content that can help them continue to build trust with the audience from there. So I think, that's the strategy for the future. Hey, thanks for watching the video, but really quick, are you looking to level up your creative skills and build a thriving creative business?
If so, you want to join the 5-day Media Mastery Bootcamp. This is an intensive training that's going to help you master filmmaking and photography, editing and storytelling, and branding and content strategy.
We're not just going to teach you the bare minimum basics. We're going to give you real world skills and strategies that are going to help you stand out in the marketplace.
So if you're ready, make sure you enroll today. Space is limited and you don't want to miss this. The link is in the description below. Now, back to the video. Now, speaking of the future and strategy, let's go back to AI for a moment. So tell me, how do you feel like AI is being incorporated, or how can it be used in content creation?
I think we should take our ideas, our intellectual property, if you will, put that into AI, and then use AI to be able to help us develop those things, help us research those things, right? So I don't think we should just go in and say, hey, give me 10 ideas on what to post this week, because that takes away the creativity. Instead, I think our approach should be, hey, this week I want to talk about X, and this are my target audience members, and this is what they're struggling with right now in the month of February. So giving AI a lot of information, giving AI the ideas, and then letting AI expound upon that. I think the other way, as a content creator, we have to begin to leverage AI is through automation and scheduling content, automating posts, creating automated templates, and just leveraging the software to be able to help us do things with ease. So as long as we're not using it as a way to replace our own creativity as human beings, right? Like one thing I've been seeing is like clones of people, right? And so they have AIs that could literally clone me or you, and then they can create videos talking about the subject matter. But I think what that does is it takes away the human aspect of the engagement and the authenticity. And so I think we have to be very careful about how we leverage AI. But I think for me, the strategy is, let's use it to automate. Let's use it as a thought partner. Let's use it for research. But let's not use it to replace ourselves, to replace our creativity. And I think that's where we go wrong.
Now, why do we want to keep the humanity in our creativity?
One is because that's biblical. God is a creator. That's the first thing he did. And he made us in his image and likeness. And God also gave us dominion over this earth. And that's in Genesis 1:26-27. And so, our job here is to use our creativity to have dominion over this earth and to make this a colony of the kingdom of heaven. Right. And so I think us as kingdom citizens, our job is to use our creativity as humans. That's one of the things that makes us awesome, that makes Earth awesome, is that we're humans. We have the ability to think. We have the ability to be creative. We shouldn't let our technological advancements replace us. That's that's almost like the created thing trying to replace the creator. Right? So that's like humans idolizing themselves, not honoring God. It's the same principle there, right? And so when we think about AI, it's something that we created. So it should never replace us, but it should be used as a tool to help us achieve a particular thing, just like God has us achieving a particular thing here on this planet.
And he created us, and the items that we create are not to be worshipped. The items that we create are to be used to do his purpose, like you just mentioned. That's exactly it. That's so good. So what does the future hold for faith-based storytelling?
Ooh,
Faith-based.
That's the best topic we could talk about all day. So I think when we talk about faith-based content creators and entrepreneurs, I think the world is in our hands. You know, there's so much, we've seen so much negativity, so much content that's not biblically sound. And we see what that has done to the world. And I think right now we're looking at a world that's desperate for the truth. You know, hungry for something and what they're really looking for is a relationship with God, you know, but they don't know all the time that that's what they're looking for. But when people who get a taste of the truth, when they get a taste of the word, or even when they just get the Holy Spirit in a video, they don't know exactly what it is, but they're like, oh my God, I really like this person. I like this podcast. A lot of times it's the Spirit of the living God that's kind of speaking to their spirit. And so I think that is an advantage for the faith-based content creator, you know, for the kingdom entrepreneur, is to be able to go into the digital space, show up authentically, and speak about your faith, speak about Jesus, speak about Christ and your walk with Christ. And I think that actually gives us an advantage in the marketplace because people are attracted to that, whether they know it or not. And quite frankly, even if people are against, you know, the gospel, they still be typing and engaging on our content and stuff like, I don't agree. And that's, you know, that's not true. And I'm atheist. And it's like, okay, you still are helping advance what I'm putting out there in the digital space. So I think the sky's the limit. I think as faith-based content creators and entrepreneurs, as we move further into kingdom mindset, you know, removing ourselves from religious ideas and just further into relationship with God and kingdom mindset, we'll break free of fear, concern about what other people are thinking, and just moving further into what he's called us to do. And it's going to allow us to really flourish in the digital space. And I just see God taking a lot of people's ministry to the marketplace. God is really looking to impact people who would never go into the church. And he's doing that through entrepreneurs like me and you. And so, you know, even on this platform, like, people might be coming here to learn about what's the future of content creation, but they may be getting hit with a little bit of like, you know what, I'm interested in like reigniting my relationship with God. And they may go and purchase a Bible, you know, and so I think that's the future, and I think it's bright.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's so good. Yeah, truly. I mean, the Spirit resonates through the video. The Spirit resonates, even though we are, you know, we could be ministering to someone, teaching someone over in India right now. You know, that's the cool thing about the digital space. You can literally hit the whole world with it, you know?
Yes, sir.
As long as you have, like you said, a phone, you can start a whole business from this phone. 100%. I mean, set up the website, the sales page, all of it. Do the content, edit it, everything with just your phone. You don't need a computer, laptop, none of that stuff. It's insane. So with that, as the church, we should take full advantage of every gift, every tool that we can use to advance his kingdom. So for those who are faith-based, don't be afraid, don't be concerned with the tools. Make sure you're doing the research and studying. Yes, skepticism is totally fine to a degree, but don't let it stop you and block you from executing. We can't be like that. We can't be like that. You study and use what you feel comfortable with and let God continue to guide you. And have some coaching if you can. Just like we're here to, you know, support and coach in those different ways.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, definitely the future is bright, like you said.
Yes, it is. Amazing. I think that's all we have for this episode, you guys. We appreciate you for coming. Appreciate you for joining us here. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe, put a comment below. Let us know, what do you think is the future of content creation? What do you think is the future for faith-based content creators? And we'll see you guys on the next one. We appreciate you.